Hey, how's everybody doing out there? It's been a while since I posted, about 2 weeks, so I felt that I needed to post about today. I want to focus on harvesting your own crops. All right, so it's an art form actually. At first, I thought you just plant a seed, you water, it, and it's gonna grow. Nah, it's way more complex. It's a life organism that needs nourishment the same way we need nourishment as far as like the phases of life. All right, so the first phase of humanistical life is like age 1 through 7. All right, that's the most conditioning you ever need to give your sibling. Well, your sibling, your child, the most love that ever, because they're absorbing so much. The brain is like calculating so much stuff. It's absorbing everything you say, not so much in a alphabetical way, but in a vibrational way. Like, words have emotions behind them, and if you grasp that and you think about that, every single time you say a really bad word, you have that inspirational feeling behind it, like that angry or emotional type grasp behind that. And then the babies are like really amplified to absorb all that. So if you do that and you're raising a child, obviously they're going to absorb that, and they're going to kind of, when they grow up, they're going to kind of be that way. Same thing with a plant life structure, but at the same time it's a little bit different. When you're harvesting your own crops, you got to choose organic soil, because there's some soils out there that are freaking, believe it or not, they're they could explode basically. Like, from what I'm hearing, like if you throw like a freaking a cigarette bud in like new fertilizer that's that type, that's non-organic, it could explode, it could combust. And to me, that's kind of scary, because I mean, what exactly are they putting in the fertilizers? You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, I mean, we don't know. I mean, they could say, oh, this and this and that. They could lie and say all this dumbass shit. But I mean, there I go. I'm all cussing. It gets me kind of angry, because it's not only people that are trying to do the right thing of growing their own crops, but it just seems like organizations around the globe are just trying to just defeat naturalism. And it's just, to me, it's really mind-boggling when you consider like elite groups just trying to control mass populations. It's kind of like just trying to take away the effect of us being here in this realm right now, the third dimension of planet Gaia. So, okay, so the first step of harvesting really good crops: get organic fertilizer. Right, get organic fertilizer, and make sure that you dig enough. How could I say it? Like, make sure you dig like so where the roots could absorb that fertilizer, not so much the dirt. The dirt that's fine. I mean, it's not gonna hurt the plant. Obviously, it's gonna grow. The roots are gonna get real strong as it grows. Older and older, it's just gonna, it's just, that's how life is. But the first couple, like I would say, the first 2.5-3 months of the plant, being harvested into the fertilizer, it's gonna intervene all those good nutrients. And as soon as it gets to the dirt part or whatever, so it's pretty much gonna be not full grown, but close to the capacity, because plants grow extremely fast. I planted a lot of chili this year, a lot of tomato plants and stuff like that. So after that is done, once you got that plant harvested to the maybe halfway grown, or maybe 70% of what it's gonna grow to, you gotta feed it your chi. I know that sounds weird, I know that sounds stupid, I know that sounds crazy, but if you really think about it, we're no different than plant life. I mean, we're here in a physical form, we could move, we could speak, but if you really think about what plant life constructs of, it's a major soul congestion. It's a major how could I describe it, dude? Like, I mean, I just have a sensibility. It's not so much like this is like something that I've read about. It's just something that for about like 3 years I've been like doing this, and it's just, there's something about the plant life that's I don't know if I should say more spiritual than what we could be, but it has knowledge, and sacred knowledge of that. So getting back to what I'm speaking about. Okay, check it out. When you're harvesting your plants and stuff, after you get to that level, like I said, about three months in growing it, granted, give it your chi levels, and when you're watering it, not so much speak. A lot of people say, oh, you got to talk to your plants. I mean, you could do that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, if you kind of just like blow into the leaves, and you kind of like just feed your chi like this, and like kind of like just have that sensibility above the crown of the you know what I'm saying, of the plant, and then you kind of go downward and you kind of amplify it up again, and you kind of like just do the same thing a couple times, and then you go to the next plant. And another good key focus to do if you're harvesting a lot of same type of plant structures, plant them all in a circle, because they're all going to feed off each other's energy, and they're going to be stronger, and that's gonna deflect, or not deflect, but that's going to attract the bees to that whole sector of what you planted. Believe it or not, it's true. I mean, I've tried it. I mean, and I've been successful, and I've had like my dad be like, "Mio, what are you doing? Cabrón, I can't get no freaking tomates, and you're getting all these." Well, that's why, and I keep trying to explain to him, you got to do certain things that what he's been taught. He's a little bit old school. I'm me, but it's kind of funny like how generational differentiations are. But it's all just all about knowledge. It's all about just kind of like having a sensational vibe of like what you need to do. All right, so right now's the time. I mean, I don't know. I've been done planting my plants, but it's just one of those things where you gotta put your energy into them. Not so much like, I know it sounds weird. I mean, give or take, I'm spiritual. I'm a spiritual light worker, but at the same time, it's like a lot of people that I kind of like talk to this about. You got to know who to talk to about in this level, because a lot of people ain't on the level, and they're gonna be like, what the hell? But then, like, if you condition like a certain topic and you present it to them in a certain way, like for me, for instance, like harvesting crops, I'm pretty good at that, and they're gonna be like questioning, like, dang it, like what makes this food, or what makes this individual like doing what he's doing. It's just, and that's the best way to get like somebody's attention if you really want to change their outlook and what's really going down. I mean, spirituality is really good. Religions kind of like mess a lot of things up. I've gotten into so many freaking arguments about that, but now I'm starting to grasp and realize that it's not a really good deal to argue, because once you're programmed, man. It's just gonna take another lifetime for you to have that realization again, if you will. That's how it goes. So harvesting. I mean, I'm gonna cut this short, dude. What is it? 8 minutes? Dang, that's quick. It feels like 4 minutes. Anyways, harvesting crops. It's one of those naturalistic things. It's like a freestyle where if you're kind of channeled to do a certain thing, just try it. If it doesn't work, well, it doesn't work. But if it does work, you're gonna be like, wow, and then that's gonna granted, it's gonna have a ripple effect of you kind of like growing in psychic abilities. Not so much psychic, but like just having a deeper sensational ability of other aspects of life. All right, so that's kind of, I don't remember if that's the way it happened. No, that's not the way it happened for me. But when I tried to experiment of like harvesting my first year, it worked, and it's just like one of those things where one thing leads to another. So it's me, Yahin here. Just wanted to post. I haven't posted for a while, so I want to post. And don't forget about me. Yahin is my it's not my real name. A couple people have asked me, Yahin, what is that? It's my middle name in Hebrew, so it's Native American in Hebrew. So anyways, give or take, hopefully everybody's doing good out there, like I say all the time, and I wish the best for everybody. And be one with the source, with all. And I'll be posting soon. Alright? Late.